Hello, my friends, and welcome to Tatiana's Coaching. I am Tatiana and I am your life coach. I am on a mission to help you understand what you truly need and want. What are your true desires? What is your purpose? And how to build a life that is in accordance with your purpose and your desires and your needs and wants. How to build a life that you can say, I love you life. Welcome. Today, I would like to share a key ingredient to turn your ordinary life into extraordinary adventure, to turn a simple, mundane life to an exciting venture. Are you ready to find out what it is? Do you want to have an extraordinary, exciting, super fun life? If yes, then keep watching to find out. Before we begin, I would like to say thank you to all of those who have been watching my channel, leaving comments. It means the world to me. I would like to say welcome to those who are new to my channel. Please subscribe and join the community of like-minded people, people who share same values and ideas and same goal to have a joyful life, to build a life that we can say, I love you life. Welcome. So, what is that secret ingredient that can transform our life from ordinary to extraordinary, from mundane to exciting adventure? You ready for it? It's so simple. It's one of my most favorite things in the world. It is traveling. Traveling magically transform your life into an exciting adventure. It brings colors, it brings taste to your life. And not only because you are in a different location and you feel joy and like you're vacationing. No, it goes so much deeper at transforming who you are and your life and your values and your attitude. And I will dive in now shortly into um, how travel affects your life in so many positive ways. But before I dive in, I want to address all of those skeptics who say, well, travel is nothing, like people are just showing off because they're traveling and they cannot travel. So, first of all, you can travel. You can travel to the neighborhood, a different neighborhood. You can find time. People say, I don't have opportunities to travel. When there is desire, then there is opportunity. And it's like going to the bathroom. If you really want to pee, you will find a way because you really have to go. You'll do it on the street if you have to, or in your pants, but you will do it because you have a strong biological calling for it. So when we have that desire to travel, we find ways. Many years ago, I did not have desire and to travel, and I did not understand people who love traveling and always posting. I've been to 45 countries and this and that, and I always thought, oh my gosh, this is so fake, and they're just like showing off. And yeah, I did not have, have like positive attitude towards those travel loving people. And funny enough, I became one of them. And when I got the desire, I started creating opportunities for that to happen. Yes, and for those skeptics who don't think travel can change us uh, and affect us in many positive ways, aside from just giving excitement, keep watching, and hopefully you will join the I Love Travel camp, and maybe we'll meet together in some other country. Who knows? Are you ready to dive in? I'm ready. Let's go. Number one, why travel is good for you and how it can change your life. The most obvious one, it brings excitement. Do you remember when you were a child and everything, you were curious about everything and everything gave you excitement? Everything interested you. You could play with like little box of tissues for hours because it was stimulating your curiosity. But then we grow up and we get covered in all of those responsibilities and daily stuff, and we forget to enjoy the little moments. So when you travel, you're submerged into a new environment, and that new environment stimulates your brain constantly with like new things, new food, new people, new sunshine, new air, because like since I was traveling, the sun actually does feel different in each country, and the air, even the air smells different. It's so fascinating. Um, yes, so we are stimulated in different ways where we're not stimulated at home, and we enjoy it, and it brings like joy and excitement and interest and curiosity, and it spikes your creativity. It relaxes your brain because it's like a little contradictory. Your brain is stimulated, but at the same time, it's relaxed because when you travel, you don't think about your daily tasks or like what you need to accomplish, especially if you're on vacation. If travel is your life, then yes, because it's part of your life, but you're still enjoying it and having fun. Number two, travel slows down time. Remember when you went on vacation and you came back just after 5 days and you thought that the world has changed without you, everyone missed you, because it feels, even though 5 days for vacation, you feel like, it's short, but at the same time, you feel that so much has happened that like you lived literally one little life. Or even if it's just a weekend when you um, have like so many new things that you have been doing, um, it feels um, like you literally lived a separate life from the one you just had, even if you were not traveling. But when you're traveling, it's like ten times more. The time slows down. And why this is happening is because new experiences break down the monotony of life and create memorable events and memories, and that slows down our time. So if you want to break the routine, if you want to slow down time, go travel. Number three is travel leads to self discovery and personal growth. A lot of people would say how traveling can do that, but hear me out. From personal experience, I have been traveling for over a year now. I left New York over a year now, and I have been on a journey since. And I have grown in ways that I could not have grown in New York because I have experienced so many different cultures, meeting so many different people, being in so many different situations that it, like an onion, peeled me. I peeled layers of my shadow parts of who I am, or how I react in certain situations, how I react to uncertainties of travel. It is a magical process, and even if you go on a short trip, maybe you will not have such a deep transformative experience, but it will still be happening to you. On the journey, I met a lot of people who were traveling, and I asked them, so why you love to travel? Where is the obsession coming from? Because I know my reasons. I wanted to understand people's reasons. And the most frequent frequent answer, I think like 90% of the time that I got is I want to get the perspective on life, on my values, on what's important being away from home. Because when you are in a new environment, you meet new people, you submerge to different experiences, and it actually makes your brain think and process things differently. And why this is happening is our brain development. So right now in contemporary world, we are being attacked, I should say, attacked by so much information. We get so much information in one day that people hundreds of years ago used to get in 1 year. Can you imagine how our brain had to adapt to this amount of information? So the adaptation process led to automation of a lot of processes. And our brain literally sees like color almost blue, okay, it's blue, orange, okay, it's yellow. So it leads to effective living and problem solving in the contemporary world, but it also leads to a lot of mistakes because the brain may remember a certain event. I think it works a little bit like trauma, you know, when you like, traumatized as a child, let's say like your father left you, so then you think all men are bad. So then when you meet a man who acts similarly, um, that triggers your inner software, and like you're already thinking that okay, this person is this, then, and that, you know, generalizing. So our brain generalizes, and very often it leads to a lot of mistakes. But back to the point, why traveling actually makes you think, because you are submerged in a different world, in a different country or a different place, and it stimulates, it makes your brain actually think. So you already not in this box, you left your country or your town and you went to this box, and your brain is like, oh, this is different. Let me, you know, let me analyze it, let me think about it. So when you are especially in a different country, travel to a different country, your brain just like whoa, kicks in, starts working more, starts processing more, and um, you actually get ideas and revelations and thoughts that you would not have had, because you know, in your previous city. Like when I left New York, um, I I was always curious. I always wanted to live New York, and even though it's like a beautiful place and multicultural and everything, but I thought every city and every country has like this culture where you become one and you kind of this soup. And I wanted to try different soups in different cultures and countries. And now I can see, like I'm separated from New York and I can objectively see it. So it's a really interesting process. The same thing happened to me when I was born in Belarus and then I left for New York and I came back years later. I saw everything in very different colors because you gain perspective once you separate yourself from particular place or situation. Yeah, so travel is an amazing, amazing tool for understanding who you truly are. There is a saying, to know yourself, your true self, you need to unknow yourself. So by traveling, you unknowing yourself. You're a blank slate, and your brain creates new neural connections and analyzes the data, and you get you get a different understanding of who you are. What are your colors and shapes and shades? We all have shadow parts. Number four is cultural appreciation and understanding. When you are submerged in different cultures, it's such an exciting process because everything is different. They speak differently, they look different, they think different, they have different cultural values, and when you're there, like at least when I was traveling and I was getting to know new cultures, I was just like so hungry to get to know them, so hungry for knowledge, so hungry to see how they are. At the end of the day, we're all people, but it's just so interesting how where you're born and where you live affects you and shapes you. Because I believe like the same person born in a different country would be a little different. At least like the persona that we create, who we think we are, would be a little different. Like each country, each place kind of like highlights our different personalities. Yeah, so I met when I was in Indonesia, in Bali, I met a lot of Indonesian people. I have learned that um, it's like mostly Hindu, and they like every morning and every evening they do um, offerings to gods. It's called Chanam Sari. It's like this little thing with a flower and cookies and sometimes cigarettes and wine. Basically, you put there everything that you want to have more of. Yes, and they pray, they have special altars. And because of this tradition, a lot of them actually do not leave Bali ever. I was asking, so some, of course, some people leave, but a lot of them I spoke to, and they say, well, this will break the tradition. How will I be able to have to build my altars in a different country? Because like, every home has an altar. How will I be able to sustain my religion in a different culture, in a different country? So that's why they don't leave. They stay where they are. At least that was the information that I was given from some of the people. And then when I was in Vietnam, I did a food tour, and they say so north of Vietnam they still eat cats and dogs, but south of Vietnam, right now they frown upon it, and they say that's wrong, so they don't support it. But I was told that they eat mice, and the lady said, "Well, don't think it's not the mice that run on the street; it's the mice from the rice field. So they have like proper diet." And so for her, it made a difference. For me, eating a mouse is like, doesn't care what her, I don't care what her diet is. Like it's unacceptable. And also what I've picked up from speaking to a few people um, about foods, they were kind of a little shamed that they eat mice and dogs and cats and all of the intestines of a cow or a pig. They always say, well, we for like centuries they struggled of having enough food for everyone, so they started eating everything. And I saw this sadness in their eyes, so kind of they were a little bit of ashamed of it, which of course there's nothing to be ashamed of because everyone wants to survive, and if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. Um, yeah, so it was interesting. So um, it's so interesting to dive in a different culture and see how they are and how they think and pick up different things and how they are different. It really opens up your mind to universe and to your ways of thinking, that it's not only black and white the way you think. There's like so many colors of life, of thinking, and the way you think might be applicable to your country, but when you live in a different country, your way of thinking will take you nowhere. So yeah, it's interesting. Oh well, did I tell you that when I was in Thailand, I ate silkworms and I ate frog's legs in a French restaurant. So I am I am being adventurous as well. Number five, travel brings you so many connections, and travel unites people. Here's why. Since I have been traveling, I've been meeting a lot of people along the way, making new friendships. Some friends still I keep in touch with, and we making plans to see each other. It's a long-term connection. Some people I met who just played a big role in my transformative life experiences. Some people were just brief conversations, and all of them made such a major impact on my life. And when you travel, especially if you do solo travel, you will always meet a lot of new, different, interesting people. Well, I met scammers as well who tried to scam me, so I've learned to be less gullible because I'm like, I trust people. I believe in the good nature of people, and it actually served me well. But you also have to be turn on your brain and understand that not everyone thinks the way you think, and some people not very good. But and then when I lived in Australia, I lived in a house with a Chinese couple and then a French chef and an Australian girl, and often we would get together and like share stories from our countries, and it was like culture 101, 101. And you get to understand so much of the world, how like medicine works in each country, what people value in each country, and aside from those differences, what it made me realize is that we are so much more alike than we think, because no matter what color you are, no matter where you live, no matter what you eat, what you think, we all have same problems. It's like it was fascinating. The burnout, looking for love, health issues, um, finding your purpose, like, all of those things I came across with people. And yeah, we are more alike than we think. So I think it doesn't make sense to have this division in the world according to countries, because we are all one. We have like the same hardware and software. It just like looks a little different on the outside, but the inside is all the same. And that led me, when you travel, you understand that, and it like brings you together. It makes you want the world peace. It makes you want. It doesn't want to make you. It what makes you want. Yeah, miss my English. When you understand that you are all alike, that this person who looks completely different from you is like almost 100% like you are, it makes you feel, it makes you want to unite with people, not separate with people, not to have these wars and fights and everything. Um, yeah, so travel unites people and travel brings peace. So I think if more people travel, especially abroad, but even like within your own country or like within your own town, it starts small. We can bring all people together and love each other and respect each other and have peace in the world. Okay, that's my dream. Not sure how attainable it is. Um, Number 6 is helps you embrace uncertainty. If you are a long-term traveler like I am, like I've been traveling for a year, over a year, um, a lot of times like you don't know whether or not you will stay here for a month. You don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. Maybe you'll pack your bags and go. You don't know if you will like this place. You don't know how you will adjust. You don't know what people you're going to meet. You don't know if you like the culture. You don't know if you get sick with some like interesting local disease or guy get bitten by something. So there's so many uncertainty and unpredictability, um, which actually teaches you resilience and being calm and stable despite like the world crashing down, and that happened to me. Um, because you're already like, well, it happened. So what's next? How do I deal with it? And this shall pass, and something new will come. Yeah, so traveling, especially long term, helps you welcome the uncertainty and not fear it or not try to avoid it, because a lot of us love the stability, and I used to be one of those people. I mean, I still like stability, of course, but I'm not afraid of any instability or uncertainty in my life. I welcome anything that comes, and that's because of travel taught me that. And last one, it just helps you be in the moment, because when you travel, it's a new place, it's new something, you find a place to live, you go exploring new places, you're always present, you're always in the moment, and that's where life happens, in present moment. And traveling teaches you to be in the present moment, because if you live in your past, oh, last year was so much better, or why did it happen to me and now I'm struggling, or if you always live in the future thinking, well, I'll be happy when this happens, I'll be happy when this happens. No, you won't be happy when this and that happens. You'll be happy for 5 minutes, then you'll be thinking about something else, because that's already a pattern of thinking. When you are in the moment, you are actually catching everything what's going on around you. You are attracting and finding opportunities for, for your growth, for your career growth, your personal growth, whatever you want in life. But it all happens in the present moment. And when you learn how to be in the present moment, and travel teaches you that, then you have a more fulfilling life and things come your way. Because when you're in your past or in your future, you're missing out all of the opportunities that are right in front of your face, but you're looking over them somewhere in the future. You know what I mean? Yeah, so this is travel. My travel experience has been overwhelming, transformative, exciting, exquisite. There's so many names for it. And I wish you all who is interested, or if you're not interested yet, maybe in the future you will get interested. Maybe after my video, you will get interested, um, to experience this feeling, to uh, enrich your life with all of the benefits that travel can give you. Hope this was helpful. I love you. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.